You've tried the color-coded schedule, and it lasted 2 days. You tried total freedom, and that lasted until the third screen time meltdown. Every summer, parents bounce between two extremes: military precision that collapses under the weight of real life, and no structure at all that turns into chaos by week 2. There's a third option, and once you see it, you'll wonder why nobody taught you this sooner. Welcome to Insights from Insight, Understanding Minds and Supporting Growth, a resource from Insight Education Academy. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Here's why the rigid schedule fails. It assumes your child can transition smoothly, on command at set intervals. That requires strong cognitive flexibility, reliable task initiation, and steady emotional regulation. Exactly the skills most developing brains haven't built yet. When the schedule demands more than their EF can deliver, the result is meltdown or shutdown. Ross Greene calls this the mismatch. Challenging behavior happens when environmental demands exceed the child's capacity. A rigid schedule is a high-demand environment for a developing brain. And here's why total freedom fails. Without structure, every decision becomes an executive function challenge. What should I do requires planning, task initiation, and time management, all at once. The brain defaults to the lowest effort, highest dopamine option, which is always a screen. Neither extreme builds executive function. Rigidity removes ownership, and freedom removes scaffolding. The answer is in the middle. The first layer is anchors. These are 3 to 5 non-negotiable fixed points that happen at roughly the same time every day. They don't change. Everything else is flexible. Here are my recommended summer anchors. First is a wake-up window. Not a rigid alarm, a window. Between 8 and 9, you're up, dressed, and fed. The window gives flexibility while maintaining rhythm. Next is a productive block. Every day, one focused effort. 30 minutes of reading, a chore, a learning activity. It happens in the morning when executive function is freshest. A third anchor is outdoor time. At least 30 minutes. It doesn't need to be organized, just outside. Fourth is a family dinner. Your daily connection point. Predictable and shared. And finally, a wind-down routine. Screens are off, the house gets quiet, and the bedtime sequence begins. And it's the same every night. Research shows that consistent sleep-wake anchors are the strongest predictor of emotional regulation in children. Get the morning and evening anchors right, and half the summer battles disappear, because a rested brain is better at every executive function skill. 5 anchors. That's it. Everything between them is flexible. Between the anchors, you define blocks, not activities, categories of time. In the morning block, after breakfast and before lunch, you do something productive, plus whatever your child wants. In the afternoon block, which is after lunch and before dinner, this is the freedom zone, but it's bounded. It starts and ends at known points. And then the evening block, which is after dinner, before wind down, is family time, hobbies, or just chill time. The blocks give shape without scripts. Your child wakes up and knows the shape of their day. Morning is productive-ish, afternoon is free-ish, and evening is together-ish, without facing 12 empty hours. This is time management scaffolding. You're providing an external time structure that their developing brain can't generate internally yet. Over the summer, as they live inside these blocks, they start internalizing the rhythm. That's executive function developing in real time. Layer 3 is a choice board. This is where the magic happens. Within each block, your child doesn't just sit there. They choose from a menu you build together. A choice board is a visible list of pre-approved options for each time block. You make it with your child before summer starts. In the morning productive block, you choose one of the following: 30 minutes of reading, a workbook section, a creative project, a household task. In the afternoon free block, you choose screen time with a timer, outdoor play, friend hangout, a board game, or maybe a cooking project. The choice board does 3 things for executive function. First, it eliminates decision fatigue. What should I do becomes which of these do I want? That's a dramatically easier cognitive task. Second, it builds ownership. They are choosing. The locus of control shifts from you to them. Third, it makes starting possible. The hardest part of task initiation is often the deciding, not the doing. Visible, limited options drop the activation energy. Peg Dawson's research shows that choice within structure produces the best EF outcomes, better than rigid structure and better than total freedom. One critical note, make the board physical. Have a poster on the wall, a laminated card on the fridge, a whiteboard in the hallway. For a child with weak working memory, if they can't see it, it doesn't exist. Here are 3 rules to make the flexible structure actually survive the whole summer. Rule 1 is to co-create it. Sit down with your child before summer starts. We're designing this together. I have some non-negotiables. Everything else, you get input. When a child co-authors the system, they're dramatically more likely to use it. That's self-determination theory. Autonomy drives motivation. Rule 2 is to fade your scaffolding. Week 1, you walk them through it. Week 2, you prompt less. And week 3, you step back and see if they check the board themselves. The goal isn't a system you run forever. It's a system that trains them to run it. Every time you fade a support, you're telling their brain, I trust you to do this. Rule 3 is a weekly reset. Every Sunday, 5 minutes. What worked, what didn't? Do we need to change anything? This teaches self-monitoring and cognitive flexibility. It normalizes adjusting instead of abandoning, and it keeps the system alive all summer. Screens are the elephant in every summer room, and here's how flexible structure handles it. Screens go on the choice board for the afternoon free block. There's a daily time limit, which is agreed upon together, and the child manages it themselves using a visual timer. The timer is the boundary, not you. When it goes off, that's the cue. If the transition is hard, and it will be at first, you use co-regulation, not yelling. I see the timer went off, that's tough. What's your next choice from the choice board? You've just turned screen time from a daily battle into an executive function exercise. They're practicing time management, task initiation, and cognitive flexibility, all from one timer. Flexible structure isn't a compromise between control and chaos. It's a completely different approach. Minimum scaffolding, maximum opportunity for your child to practice executive function in a safe, supported environment. Anchors give predictability, blocks give shape, and choice boards give agency. Together, they create a summer that supports your child's brain instead of leaving it in a free fall. Next week is the series finale, the Summer Launchpad. I'll give you a week-by-week implementation plan, name the 3 traps that derail every summer, and share something I've been building for months that I'm really excited about. This week's blog has a detailed walkthrough of how to build a choice board for your child's age group, plus a printable template. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode of Insights from Insight.